Uh, Another book that I've been reading for a long time, on and off, very is deep, hard to understand. I really don't even know if I want to understand it. But Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall. Manly P. Hall was a 33-degree Mason. So this book has got a lot of good, information that Masons either did believe or still believe. So it's, good understanding. You get a little bit of their mindset, their philosophies, why they do things. And to cap it off, not a book that I'm reading, but a book that I would suggest anyone to get, especially for learning and development. Barnhart's Concise Etymology, Dictionary of Etymology. So gives you the origin and history of words. So if it's anything that I'm reading in a book that I don't understand, I pull this up and I get the definition, I get the history of the word, and I get where the word came from. So, Brother Malcolm, as I learned, he didn't know how to read. The first way he learned how to read was by copying a dictionary. So, I'm not copying this, but I keep it, and it's good. I always flip through it, learn some new words. Gird, giraffe, but glaucoma. But yeah, you can learn, wait, hold on, let me give you one real quick. Knock into strike or hit, developed from Old English, Nocian and Nucian, possibly of imitative origin. About 1333 is when it first came about. So you get to find out when the word first started coming up as well. Okay, so that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm working on. That's present and future development. Oh yeah, and then another thing. So on my first video, I talked about the goals of the conscious community, and I touched on it briefly here. The goal is unity. But if we're not talking about unity and self-reliance, then we're not on the right track. I respect Dr. Umar. He's trying to build a school. He's trying to build a school that is completely owned and controlled by our people. He does promote organization and institution, which I agree with. And a school will be a great institution for us to be able to re-educate our miseducated youth. So I respect that. But we have to be better about organizing and creating institutions and pooling our resources, especially our finances. Finally. So another thing that I realized was, as I was reading Malcolm and I was enjoying it, loving it, very fascinated by his life. But the thing that came to my mind was, we can't just sit back and read and teach and learn. Those are good. Those are necessary. But the only reason you're doing that is to put it in action. So I had to actually slow down my reading because I became involved with two organizations. One is what's called the Collective Black People Movement. It's an organization, cbpm.org. I'm going to put a link in the description. But its goal is to unify all black organizations and businesses. So any organization or business that you know of that's black, they're doing the right thing. But when you ask them, and I even asked this to Dr. Umar, when I asked him, when he was here, I said, how are you going to bring all of these organizations together? How do you bring the Nation of Islam? How do you bring the New Black Panther Party? How do you bring the UNIA? How do you bring the Moors, the Nuwapians? How do you bring them all together? And what is the goal? I mean, what is the plan for that? His response to me was, he's going to work on the school first. When he gets the school straight, then he'll be able to bring everybody else together. So I felt that was a cop-out. It was a weak answer. So Collective Black People Movement, that is their goal, is to bring all organizations and people together, and they're actually doing that. We're at 2,719 members currently. Check out cbpm.org and check out membership as well. In addition to that, got to get off the couch, get in the streets. Join the UNIA ACL Division 421 in Atlanta. So it was good to read and learn, but I was still feeling a sense of I'm not involved. I'm not doing anything. So for me, that was my solution. Get involved with these organizations. I'm currently the third vice president for the UNIA ACL in Atlanta. I'm also the recording secretary. I support the financial secretary and the corresponding secretary. So I am involved. I am working. It's only been a little bit of time, so don't give me too much credit yet. I've got a lot more to do. I got to stick with it.